A couple days ago, Elizabeth Warren sat down with Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks, and her questions caused a bit of a stir among the progressive community.
Of course, you know the person most widely considered to be the most progressive senator is Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
So a natural question is, why not back him during the 2016 primaries if you two are the closest aligned in policy?
So look, I think that our primary, I thought was a good thing. And I thought it was good that Bernie was out there, that Hillary was out there. They were giving two different visions. They were out there through all the states. I thought it put both energy on our side. And I'll tell you something else I thought it did. It made me proud to be a Democrat. You know, while the Republicans were doing their clown car thing, you know, with who was going to be voted off the island, and then of course ended up with a reality star as their standard bearer. I was proud of what Democrats were out there talking about. I thought it was the right thing to do. And in the end, when it was time, I went out there and fought once it was resolved to try to get Hillary elected, and I would have done the same for Bernie, no doubt about it.
So as you could probably imagine, the far left wasn't too happy with her response. Many calls for her as a sellout, unworthy, they lost all faith in her, they'll never vote for her, so on and so on. This is what my main concern and main problem is with progressives. And when I say progressives, I mean the really far left, not like the people that voted Green Party. I'll say that. People that voted Green Party, this is what my problem is with them. They have the strange test that every candidate has to get 100% on, otherwise they are automatically called a sellout. It doesn't matter what positive thing you did or what your record is in the past. If you messed up, in their eyes, one time, that's it, you're gone forever, you're not even worthy of a vote. For people who are calling Elizabeth Warren a sellout, it's just so fucking ridiculous. Just look at her record. Everything has been towards the left. Everything is a progressive stance, time and time again. Look at this chart. This chart ranks all government senators on a scale of left to right. So as you can see, Elizabeth Warren is even more left of Bernie Sanders. These same people who love talking about how Hillary was not worthy of a vote and how she was the lesser of two evils, they're not there. They're very tribal, their stance. It's all about their team winning, and their team is the progressive team. And I can't stress this enough, but when I say progressives, I mean the followers, not the leadership. Because Bernie Sanders got the memo. He knew that, listen, you cannot vote Green Party, you cannot vote Libertarian Party, you cannot sit out and vote. You have to vote Hillary over Donald Trump if you care about policies. And to the people who didn't vote, who voted Green, who voted Libertarian, they obviously couldn't care less about the policies. It's about just their team winning. In America, there's only two possible candidates of winning. And Bernie Sanders understood that. I fully respect Bernie Sanders. I agree with him on 99% of the issues. But for people who are making the same mistake again, what is it, 6 months, 8 months later? I mean, come on, man. What are you doing? Like, you see Trump doing, like, this week, cancels the Paris Climate Agreement. There's reports of him canceling he's canceling information about the U.S. torture. He's trying to not have James Comey testify against him. Not to mention all the huge tax cuts for the upper class. I agree completely that Bernie Sanders would have beat Donald Trump. But here's the thing. Bernie lost to Hillary in the primaries. It was an election. He lost. It was closer than expected, but it still wasn't that close. He lost to Hillary. Bernie's biggest problem campaigning was he didn't drive home the message enough that says, listen, if you live in this state, you have to get out and vote. You have to register early. These rules did not change in 2016. They've been on the books for a long time. If you think you found, like, the information you found out in the DNC leaks, what did you really find out? There wasn't too much damaging evidence. I didn't like how a CNN host gave Hillary a debate question. But besides that, I'm not too disappointed in any of it. especially since 99% of the documents was not from Hillary Clinton. It was from her staff. If you looked up the staff of any of Bernie Sanders or the staff of Donald Trump, I'm sure you could find a lot of damaging stuff